Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, November 20th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. It's quite the international edition today, and we begin in Japan. All Japan Pro Wrestling's 47th annual Real World Tag League continued on Sunday at the Nagoya International Conference Hall. In tournament matches, winners included Yukio Sakaguchi and Hideki Okatani, the Saito brothers, and Cyrus and Ryan Davidson. During the show's main event, Kento Miyahara and Yuma Aoyagi wrestled Ryuki Honda and Yuma Anzai to a 30-minute time limit draw. There are 3 teams tied at the top of the leaderboard with 4 points apiece. In addition to the Tag League, All Japan is simultaneously running its annual Junior Heavyweight Battle of Glory singles tournament. Matches on Sunday saw Ryo Inoue defeat Rising Hayato and Dan Tamura topping Atsuki Aoyagi. Tamura currently sits alone atop of the standings with 4 points, one more than Aoyagi. Turning to New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL luchador Zandakan Jr. made his New Japan debut as the LIJ faction's mystery partner during the show held on Sunday at the Light Cube Utsunomiya. Zandakan teamed with Yota Tsuji, Shingo Takagi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Bushi during the main event in a winning effort over the Just 5 Guys stable of Sanada, Taichi, Yuya Uemura, Doki, and Taka Michinoku when Tsuji pinned Taka. It was also revealed that Zandakan Jr. is Tsuji's mystery partner during New Japan's World Tag League tournament, which begins today in Tokyo. Also during yesterday's show, the Pro Wrestling Noah trio of Kaito Kiyomiya, Ryohei Oiwa, and Hayata beat the Bullet Club's Alex Coughlin, Gabe Kidd, and Gato when Hayata pinned Gato. Stardom ran their Gold Rush 2023 pay-per-view on Saturday from the Edion Arena in Osaka. The show featured the company's second annual Moneyball tournament, a Money in the Bank-styled match where teams competed for a treasure chest filled with cash. In the finals, the team of Julia, Mai Sakurai, and Thekla defeated the team of Hazuki, Hanan, and Saya Ida to win the tournament. In the process, the trio retained their Artist of Stardom 6-woman title. Earlier in the night, the winners had defeated Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, and Ruaka to advance, while the losers had defeated Konami, Ami Sorhei, and Hanako. After the Moneyball final, Thekla challenged Mai Sierra for Sierra's high-speed title during Stardom's December 12th show in Nagoya. There were 2 title matches on the card, with Mirai retaining her Wonder of Stardom title by wrestling to a 30-minute draw against Saori Ano, and Mai Sierra made her first defense of the high-speed title with a win over Momoka Hanazono. Also on the show, Starlight Kid made her return in a 3-way match against Azumi and Suzu Suzuki by dropping the fall against Azumi. Kid had been sidelined since September with an ankle injury. Later, Azumi challenged NJPW Strong Women's Champion Julia for a shot at the title. And in a UWFI rule-style bout, Syuri defeated the debuting Scandinavian Hurricane Alice Inc. by TKO with a head kick. During a press conference today, Stardom's parent company Bushi Road announced that Stardom President and Representative Director Katsuhiko Harada would be retiring effective December 1st and is being replaced by Taro Okada. Okada currently serves as the representative director of Bushi Road's theater production company Hikisen, a role he will vacate on November 30th. As part of the announcement, Bushi Road CEO and President Takaki Kidani stated, quote, "In order for Stardom to achieve further growth in the future, we will invest in more human resources and improve our organizational strength. We look forward to your continued cooperation and support," end quote. The company also announced on Monday that due to injury, both the World of Stardom Championship and the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Championship were being vacated. On November 28th in Tokyo, a tournament will begin to determine an opponent for Suzu Suzuki, who won this year's 5-star Grand Prix tournament. Tam Nakano, who held the World of Stardom title, suffered a knee injury on October 12th. The Goddess of Stardom tag title will be filled during a match on December 2nd and involve this year's Tag League winners Megan Bayne and Maika facing a team yet to be determined. The title had been held by Natsupoi and Saori Ano, but has been idle since October 2nd due to Natsupoi suffering a herniated disc. Turning to Mexico, the AAA promotion ran their Guerra de Titanes 2023 show on Sunday from the Jose Neri Santos Gymnasium in Juarez. In the main event, El Hijo del Vikingo retained the AAA Mega title, defeating Dralistico. Other reigning champions were not as fortunate during their defenses. Forastero and Sanson captured the AAA World Tag Team title by knocking off Aries and Commander. Octagon Jr. topped QT Marshall to win the AAA Latin American title, thanks in part due to interference from Penta El Zero Miedo, who offset interference from Marshall's second, Sam Adonis. In other notable results, Mecha Wolf and Psycho Clown beat El Tejano Jr. and Sam Adonis by disqualification, and Lady Shani defeated Chick Tormenta. These results were provided via the Lucha blog. And we close with WWE running some house shows this weekend in 4 different cities split among brand lines. The Raw brand was in Canton, Ohio on Saturday and Saginaw, Michigan on Sunday, with the main event results remaining the same in both cities. Seth Rollins retained the WWE World Heavyweight title in a triple threat with Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura, and Gunther retained the Intercontinental title with victories over Chad Gable. SmackDown wrestlers were in Tupelo, Mississippi on Saturday and spent yesterday in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and once again the main matches remained the same in both towns. LA Knight defeated Grayson Waller in the main event of both shows, while Io Sky retained her WWE Women's title in triple threat matches against Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.